Hey everybody and welcome to Chairman of the Board. Today I'm looking at Karuba by Haba Games. This is a 2 to 4 player tile placement games where you're trying to lead these adventurers to a kind of temple of their matching colour by placing these different tiles. These tiles have different roads on them, and you're basically placing these tiles to match the roads to lead them to their temples. There is a bit of a knack to it, but it's a very, very family friendly, kind of easy or low kind of barrier to entry kind of game that's very, very accessible to all players. The game is very light and breezy, and it's just very fun to play. So basically all you're going to be doing during the game is that one player is going to kind of pull a random tile out or kind of, do something random to get one of these tiles. And everybody's going to draw the same tile and place it on their little grid. And there's a real kind of, the interesting thing about it is that, everyone's got the same tiles at all times, but everyone goes a very different route. And it's interesting to see the different routes that players go. So basically, as I said, you can either play these tiles onto your board, or you can use the tiles to move the adventurers along the pathways. So, for example, if you had a road with like 3 exits on them, you can cache that road in rather than actually placing it on your board to move one of your adventurers 3 spaces. And there's this real kind of tension as you're racing to get your adventurers to their respective temples, because the first player to get them there gets like more points than the person who gets a second or third. So there is this tension. You're trying to beat all the players. You've got to kind of plan your routes as efficiently as possible, but without knowing the actual information or the order in which you're going to draw the tiles. So you've got to be open-minded about what tiles are going to come out, but also kind of gamble a bit and hope that the ones you do want come out. As I said, just so simple mechanically, but the tension is there. And I also like that there's like another way you can generate points as well by picking up these gems on the way. So you can spend your movement points to pick up these gems rather than actually move your adventurer. So yeah, that's as simple as it is really, but it's very very engaging. I played this with my girlfriend a lot, and she really enjoys it. She's not a big gamer, but this is one that she particularly enjoys. But I played this with gamers as well, and it's very easy to get to the table because, as again, it's very easy to explain and just plays nice and quickly. Because everyone's playing at the same time, there's no downtime whatsoever, but it's very puzzly. You're thinking, oh, where's this going to slot in? And always looking over your shoulder to see what the other person's doing. It's a great little game, this is. I love the kind of Indiana Jones kind of the theme to it, or the feel to it. It works really well. It is, in theory, it's quite abstract game. There's not a lot of theme to it, but the skin to it does work really well. As I said, decision-wise, not a lot of really kind of deep decisions there, but you got some kind of tricky, thought patterns that go on, trying to be as efficient as possible. When you should ditch a tile to move, or when you should actually place it onto your board. And sometimes you'll find yourself completely trapped because of the ways that you've built your little network of roads, that you'll kind of wait until you draw the tile you want, and you're not being as efficient as you possibly could have been. So it's got that real kind of addicting feel to it, where you want to keep on getting better and better and better, and improve on your kind of last performance. I like that about it. Balance-wise, absolutely brilliant because everybody's drawing the same tile at all times. So, no one's going to moan that, oh, you got better tiles than me or anything like that, because everyone's playing the same thing at the same time. And although the game is actually only for 2 to 4 players in the actual box itself, if you've got a couple of these games, you could play up to, 8 players because everyone's using the same thing. You're not dependent on each other, So if you have your own set of tiles, everybody can play along. So that's really cool a little niche about this game. The game plays in about 30 minutes, and it just fits so nicely. It doesn't drag on too long whatsoever. If anything, it kind of hits its kind of sweet spot perfectly. Just perfect amount of time for a game of this nature, and it's wonderful. As I said, the uptime is brilliant as well. Replayability, although you're going to be doing the same thing every time, you are going to have different setups each game. And as I said, it's got that addicting feel to it. You want to just keep playing it and keep playing it. And because it is so easy to get to the table, you will be playing it again and again and again. And yeah, so it's one that my girlfriend asks to play quite a lot because it is very light, not too thinky, but fun at the same time. Player interaction. This is very much a solitaire game. You're not really dependent on other players whatsoever. But that's not a negative against a game of this nature. It's just the way that the game is. So the fact that you can't really mess with each other up is actually quite nice for a change. So no faults there at all. It's just not what the game's about. Looks wise, it's pretty nice. You know, it's decent. As I said, I like the theme of it. The tiles are of a good quality. They're nice and clear. They're nice, clearly labelled with their numbers so that everybody can find their tile quickly. I like the kind of box art. I like the little point markers and stuff like that. The gems are quite nice as well. Pretty standard, but again, completely up to scratch and no real issues there at all. Yeah, so the setup as well. The setup is an absolute breeze. You literally just give it a random setup with the temples and work and adventurers. Shove all your tiles down, and then someone will be drawing them at random, and you're good to go. So overall, a wonderful family game, one that I definitely recommend. It's it's one that completely. I wouldn't say it took me by surprise, but I'm surprised how much I did like it. I thought I would like it, but I like it even more than I thought I'd like it. So it's a real joy to play, an absolute breeze, and just fun. It's nice and simple and accessible to everybody, so you can get this out with your family and stuff like that. So overall, a definite recommendation for me. That's Karuba by Haba Games. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick review of Karuba. If you have, please hit like and subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos too. For everyone else, I'll see you next time on Chairman of the Board. Bye.